let's go to the next one. A guy that I love. I want to talk about him first because I feel like he's a little bit more of a interesting prospect. Jalen Milroe.
Okay.
I have him at 4. You have him at 5.
Yeah, I like him.
Max started off. We got Jalen Milroe out of Alabama. He's 6'2", 217, athletic freak. Honestly,
yeah. No, you said it right. There's a lot to like about this guy. He's huge, great body, huge, great frame. Pause. Cannon for an arm, big arm. He'll take off. He'll outrun the whole defense. Go for 70. He's better at throwing deep than he is short. And when it all clicks, he looks like the best player in the draft. But man, it doesn't always click for him, unfortunately. There was moments a year ago where he looked like the best player in college football. And there's times where he carries Alabama's offense. Carries them.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's fair to blame Alabama's struggles on him. I think Alabama just naturally regressed. But there's times where you're like, how'd you miss that throw? Well, like, you just look off to run. You don't even look to throw. His mechanics, like I said, are all over the place. He doesn't really make guys miss when he runs. And when he looks to run, he just stops looking to pass altogether. And his pocket presence, he senses the itty bitty, like the little guy coming, take off and run.
Right.
Yeah, to me, this is just raw. A lot of raw.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say, last thing. He has to see the guy open to throw it. He's not like, oh, I see Ryan Anderson or Ryan Williams working past the linebacker. Let me just put a little on the ball and get it over. No, he's like, come on, get open so I can rip the son of a gun in here.
Right. I had that in my notes. He doesn't throw in anticipation.
Zero
anticipation. Look, I want to say this. It's something where I said with Jalen Hurts, he's a natural runner. Because in Jalen Hurts' case, he doesn't make a lot of guys miss. He really doesn't. He's just a natural runner as far as like knowing when to get skinny, knowing what hole to go through. He looks like a natural runner out there. I feel the same about Jalen Milroe. He's a one read guy. Focuses way too much on the first read. Okay. The arm talent, out of this world. He has a cannon, like Max said. Completely agree with that.
Speed. If he ran the 40, it was like low 4. It's like 4.4, 4.5s. Yeah. He's fast.
Yeah,
really fast.
Yeah. The offense, it's an RPO offense. Like this is another RPO guy. This makes it a point to say it's going to depend on where he gets drafted. Like he's only going to be limited to a certain amount of teams. He needs a Lane Kiffin, Kingsbury, Kyle Shanahan, Chip Kelly, those type of guys who are comfortable with running the RPO game and having your quarterback as a threat to run. That's where he needs to go. And that's where he needs to go to have success. And as far as him starting year 1, sorry, it's not going to happen. Unless it's a Jalen Hurts type of thing where it's late in the season and you're kind of forced to. And hey, go out there, kid, make a bunch of mistakes.
If he has to play his rookie year, it's going to look a lot like Justin Fields, like unbelievable scrambles, head scratching throws where you're like, where is that ball going? But there's a way he can succeed in the NFL, and it's stash him a couple years on the bench, let him develop into a pro. There's things to like about Jalen Milroe, but it's raw and needs to develop. If I'm the Raiders, if I'm the Browns, and he's there at the 3rd round, take a flyer. Why not?
Yeah, he's a project guy.
And people say he's awesome. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, very awesome.
If you hear that about Jalen Hurts,
yeah, and if you hear the way he talks, it's very Jalen Hurts like. Willing to take on challenges. The way that he looks at things, like he's open to criticism. Seems like a good dude. As far as his comp goes, there was really no other person to go but Jalen Hurts because of the project that he is. Now, his ceiling, I don't think it's Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts was a way better prospect.
Shattered what we thought his ceiling could. He shattered my version of what his ceiling could be.
Yeah, as far as what Max thought of Jalen Hurts, it may be similar as far as where Jalen Milroe is. For me, I had high expectations for Jalen Hurts. I liked him a lot, and so I'm not going to hold Milroe to that praise as far as like him being exactly like Jalen Hurts. I said very poor man's Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's going to be Super Bowl champion, like a top 10 quarterback in the league. I just can't. I need to see mass improvement from him in a lot of areas.
My comp was Justin Fields. It's really raw. It's really good scrambling. It's really raw throwing. Not a lot of progression. I will say this: Justin Fields was a lot more polished coming out than Jalen Milroe. Just to not disrespect Justin Fields, but that's the only guy I could see even remotely close to him in terms of size, athleticism.
Yeah. Max had a similar score to me. I have him round 2, round 3. The only reason why I have him that high is because I'm willing to take a chance on this kid early for the athletic ability.
Yeah.
The athletic ability is like
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's real, bro. And a lot of teams are going to be looking at that like
it's a weak QB class too.
Yeah, and a lot of teams are going to be looking at that in a way like, hey, maybe we could just get him on the field for 15, 10 plays just to run the football. Yeah. That's how talented of a runner he is.
100%.
Max has him as a round 3, pretty similar. But
take a chance on him if you're there.
Take a chance. And as far as best fit goes, I love the Raiders to pick him. I'll
be picking him in round 1.
I don't know about round 1, but I love the Raiders to pick him because of the Chip Kelly aspect. I think Chip Kelly will have some fun with Jalen Milroe.
I think Chip Kelly would have fun with Will Howard.
Another can't. I would hate for the Colts to do this, but I had to put them. I think Jalen Milroe going to the Colts, me and you will get a kick out of it on draft day.
Oh yeah,
if they draft them, we're like,
oh man,
they got 2 fucking dogs.
And they got that white guy who's pretty athletic too, Daniel Jones.
They're gonna have the most athletic quarterback room if they wind up drafting
history
Milroe.
Of the NFL.
Big dreams, everything and what it seems. Glittering gold both ways. Not on my team. This organic, we don't buy